Knox.
This is not a Christmas
I
movie.
thought it was Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie. I thought it was.
It's not a Christmas movie. The whole
Oh.
centerpiece. Hold on. The whole centerpiece around it is centered around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this movie did come out Thanksgiving week. I know some people assuming it only because it's snow, and I'm like, guys, snow doesn't equal Christmas all the time.
And on top of that, they're in the middle of freaking Kansas. Kansas in the wintertime. It snows in like October.
Wichita, Kansas. Got it sounded. Wichita.
Yeah, Wichita.
So, I had to ask you guys, because this is something that kind of bothered me in the middle of most months of due date, the clock of the arguments coming in. So, I remember a lot of black folks were saying that the first Ghostbusters movie wasn't even that funny, particularly with the fact that the humor from Bill Murray wasn't that funny. And it only got to me only because watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I'm a fan of Steve Martin and John Candy and stuff. But I have to wonder, for you guys, do you think the black community really was like fans of these two in a certain way?
Well, that's a good question. I was like, look, I liked seeing John Candy whenever he showed up in movies.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't go out of my way to go look for a movie that specifically starred him, but if I'm watching a movie and he just happened to show up, I was like, oh shit, I love this guy. Like, it's good to see him in this movie.
Yeah.
That's where my position was, growing up and seeing John Candy in films. I never went out of my way to go look for him, but I was always happy to see him show up in movies.
Yeah.
Now for Steve Martin, I really didn't see a whole lot of Steve Martin movies growing up.
Never seen Three Amigos at least?
I did not.
Wow, man, you gotta watch. There's a movie.
Okay.
And this movie might appeal to you and these sensibilities here. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I want to check that one out. And yes. And by the way, confession time.
The Jerk. My bad. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and the Jerk. The Jerk.
I didn't like the Jerk. I didn't like the Jerk. I know I'm not a fan of that movie.
Real quick, CJ. Confession time for me. This was actually my first time seeing Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No.
Stop, Chris.
What?
I'm sorry, Chris. You said what again?
This is my first time seeing this movie.
Okay, you know why I'm mad at you right now? Hey D, when we gonna do a John Hughes movie? Hey D, when we gonna do a John Hughes movie?
I brought up John Hughes.
I picked the one John Hughes movie you never watched. Are you serious?
It's not like it's 16 Candles, D. Everybody's
Now you see my point.
It's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and you mean to tell me you never seen this?
I didn't see it.
Hold on, and again, pussy, it ain't 16 candles. You mean to tell me you?
First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and dispel that pussy remark. Second of all, the John Hughes movie that I was gonna go for was Breakfast Club.
True.
But that's just me.
That shit.
Let's be honest.
No. Only reason I say that, if we're doing any coming of age movie, I can't even finish the joke. If we're doing any coming of age movie, we're going to do ATL.
No, but it goes back to what I was saying though. Like when black folks, when it comes to John Hughes, like we know 16 Candles, we know The Breakfast Club and stuff like that. But it's rare that you hear anybody mention Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I will wholeheartedly admit that.
That's the problem. See, I personally think we don't give ourselves enough credit when we say, "Oh man, black people don't fuck with it." Okay, yeah, it's truth to all of those little things we say about ourselves. We don't know shit about that and all the rest of that. Good example. I know Pretty Pink in Breakfast Club. Real talk, you're never gonna fucking catch me watching it. But guess what? I know about it. We're not stupid. And I think the same thing about this movie. I think we know about it. We just don't celebrate. And I think
that was my.
And I think really anytime we like when you started saying that shit, saying that whole thing about black people, what dirty, unlikable black person ever said that shit about Ghostbusters needs to go like
but
for
dude,
real.
somebody said that they didn't think that fucking Caddyshack, and I was like, what?
But then again, Black Caddyshack wasn't funny, so.
First off, who's your caddy? How dare you, sir? That movie was fucking garbage. That movie was garbage.
What did I just say? I said it wasn't funny.
Also, it's just like what D said earlier. It's not that I didn't care to see the movie. I didn't know about it. More to the point, I know the movie exists. Because I've always heard that title, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
But I never took the time to sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that you also didn't watch Uncle Buck?
I did see that one.
Uncle Buck is funny.
Okay, that's another John Hughes movie. But
I did see Uncle Buck.
That they tried to do with Mike Epps, and Mike Epps was decent, but it's
That's trash. Here's the thing about Mike Epps: stick to comedy because every movie you do just don't work.
No, he did Uncle Buck the TV show, and I was like, it was okay.
Yo, stick to just doing stand up shit, nigga. That's
stick to doing stand up and giving us giving everybody false hope of that damn Richard. Hold on, giving us all false hope of that damn Richard Pryor movie that's still in production.
No, but here's the thing, though.
It's never gonna come. Keep talking trash about Kevin Hart because your bitch ass can't pick out better movies.
But here's the sad part about Uncle Buck, though, and I don't know whether ABC was being dicks about it. You can't put Uncle Buck next to fucking Blackish and expect it to thrive. That was never gonna fucking happen. That's why I was like,
Well, yeah, that's just bad programming. You that was never gonna work out for it anyway. But here's the thing. I picked this movie because I was like holiday movie, and I forgot it's a holiday movie. Note the word holiday.
Yeah. Now, of course, man, and I know what you think of D for holiday movie. You could have easily went back to the well and pulled out the entire franchise of Home Alone films.
True. Exactly. But let's just be honest with you. Donald Trump is in one of them. The whole thing needs to go into the garbage now. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing, though.
Hold on. That 10 seconds of him talking to Macaulay Culkin is worth it going in the trash.
I don't care how many times you show me Tim Curry clearly having an orgasm in that movie. That doesn't help the fact that Donald Trump was in that shit for 5 seconds. Okay, so if there's anything to comfort you, Eris, in this endeavor, that was the McAllister house. That was.
I already know. I already know. When I saw
I'm sorry.
Trust me, when I saw this movie, the moment I saw the house, I said, holy shit, it's the Home Alone house!
Dude, John Hughes is on the same level of fucking Tyler Perry. Wait, let me guess. The movie takes place in Chicago. Oh, how I fucking knew.
And that's the kicker. It's like
the same fucking problem.
Now here's the thing, right?
And also, one other thing, note that it takes place in Chicago, not a particular city. Like, no particular city, is just Chicago. Then again, it's John Hughes, and John Hughes always makes sure that all of his movies take place in Sherman, Illinois.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's Sherman, Illinois. It's fucking Rosemont. That ain't fucking Chicago. That's like, hey, this place takes place in Washington, D.C. That is clearly Glen Burnie.
So if they really want to pop it off here, John Hughes could have had Ducky. Could have had Home Alone with like Ducky getting ran over by the fucking wet bandits, and then be like, "Hey, continuity, yes."
Damn.
Oh man. But anyway, so
hey, Chris. Here's the fun part. you lost 60% of everybody.
No, I didn't. I didn't. In fact, no.
Somebody's like, all right, see, I know the wet band is right.
No. See, I might have lost some people, but I gained the white women's, the Susans. When I said Ducky, those ones that knows it.
And Chris, joke's on you. There's only 3 white women that listen to us. Hi, y'all.
So 3 Susans. That's what you're saying. 3 Susans.
No, there's a Becky, there's a Jenny, and there's a Karen. Respect them.
Or as
come on, you can't be calling out our white fans without respect, motherfucker. That's we got like 16 Dans, 14 Tims, and 2 Tristans listening to us. Come on, you gotta name them correctly. Also, we have a Tyler, but it's not spelled like Tyler, like the way we supposed to spell it. You know, like that white people way of spelling Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's why I like this movie, though. I will admit, I wholeheartedly like this movie. John Candy and his facial reaction, he's always good for him. And you got Steve Martin playing the straight man to John Candy's optimistic, character.
Optimistic character that I still think the famous song scene that Heaven airs when Steve flips out when they're like sleeping in the same bed because you know what I'm saying, and he finally snaps and he goes on him. I mean, he really goes on him, talking about how annoying he is and all that. And then you have him just bounce back like, yeah, I understand. I know I'm annoying. Yeah, I know I talk too much. Also,
I like it.
I like it.
I like me.
Here's the part.
Like, my customers love me.
This is on the real article. Well, see what you get. And here's me. God damn it, that's very touching. There's only 20 minutes in the movie. What? Wait a minute. Why y'all pull that trigger so early?
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
Can we also point out that scene has been referenced in many times that scene was referenced, but one of my favorites was when it was referenced in Family Guy.
Yeah.
Chris goes, ha ha,
movie references.
Now, here's the thing about this movie, man. And me and Eris were talking about this offline, right? So, Steve Martin plays a marketing executive, and he's trying to make his plane. And again, because it's showing his age, this is pre 9/11, where you can get to the airport with 5 minutes left and still make your fucking plane without having to deal with TSA bullshit.
I mean, especially a super local domestic flight.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Do you want to know what rubbed the tip of D's dick very well in the... Hold on, you said this correctly. Do you want to know what rubbed the tip of D's nostalgic dick so well? Mid-Atlantic Airlines. Wow!
D came twice over on that shit, like Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, the only brain cell in that one brain cell in my brain goes, oh, dude, you know what that is? You know what that is? You were alive when that happened. Like we were? Yes, you were. All right, I get the reference. All right, what did I win? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I don't even know why you remember that shit.
Yeah, you're like Captain America and Avengers. I know that reference. And me and Sue are looking at you like, what was that? Dude? What was that?
And this is the advantage that I have being the older one of the 3 Black Geeks.
About 6 months, nigga. Shit.
No, thank you. Shut the fuck up. I was about to go there. Not by 6 months. I clear y'all by a year, except you, because you had to be born early and shit. Anyway, look. No, here's me. Hey, I know what that reference is. Here's Chris. Shut the fuck up, D. We the same age.
Hey, Chris, give me this.
Can I also point?
The best one to give me shit about that is actually not Chris. It is actually Eris, because Eris will say some old shit, and I'm like, Eris, I know what that is. Of course you know what that is, nigga. We're the same fucking age. How the fuck you don't know that, D? Oh, here's me. You were raised in Germany, nigga. I don't know. Commercials was different out there. How the fuck was I supposed to know?
Guten Tag, nigga. Guten Tag. Shit.
So, do you do what every dumb local person ever does? You were like, what? You think you better than me? I like how it doesn't matter where you come from. If you're the city kid going to the country, what, you think you better than this city boy? flip side. Oh, look at the country boy. He's scared to come outside around here. Or, good thing, you're a New Yorker and you go anywhere.
Bruh, and D can probably relate to this too. You ever give your family from North Carolina shit when they see city shit in DC?
Oh my God. No, actually, I don't.
I do a little bit, only because me and my cousins give each other shit every time I see them. So there's that.
I don't, because one of my cousins has a small penis when it comes to that shit. No, I'm saying it, and look, he don't listen to this show like that, so I can say this, because his ass don't want to leave North Carolina because he's scared of big buildings. I can make fun of him, but the best one is actually my I think it was one of my older cousins, and he likes DC, but because he got fucking papers on him, and he got papers, and on top of that, he got weed in the car. He's like, "Hey, yo, D, so which is the cops, man?" Like, what do you mean, which is the cops? Like, every nigga up here got a Capri. Yeah, good luck with that.
It's like, good luck, nigga. You're on your own. No.
Whichever one you can happen to look in the back. If you look in the back windows and you see a pair of lights in the back, that's a cop car. Or even better, or if you look at the back bumper where it clearly has police interceptor written on it, that's a cop.
Or the phone one, where that one cop car is way too obnoxious of a Cowboys Redskin fan, and you think, man, that nigga, man, that's a regular nigga, and you speed past him, all of a sudden, whoop, whoop, yeah, I'm undercover. Let me do this shit.
So you fuck me up right now. If I'm ready to get somebody, son of a bitch.
Look, no, you get pulled over, you be mad shit, nigga. You're you a cop? Yeah, I know, man. And that PG says it's legal.
You motherfucker.
Now something else. Something I do want to point out. Like from the beginning of this movie, I was already gonna like this because nothing funny has happened yet. But holy shit, that sweet ass synth played.
When him and Kevin fucking Bacon are running for that taxi, right? Nigga, I was tapping my feet to that fucking synth. I was like, oh shit.
You know what? There's nothing random than seeing. There's nothing more random than seeing a wild Kevin Bacon appearing in the movie.
It's like a Pokemon. It's like, oh shit.
Wild Kevin Bacon appears.
I slowly, I had my hoodie on, and I slowly unzipped it. My wife was like, "Oh, you getting off the Kevin Bacon?" Nah, I'm getting my great ball, man. I'm about to catch the shit out this motherfucker.
Can I point out the fact that I think this is post Footloose Kevin Bacon making a random appearance?
It is.
It is, because this is 87.
Yo, Footloose is like the biggest movie ever. He makes a random appearance in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for one scene.
You have to put it in perspective, too, because Kevin Bacon at the time was on the level with him, Tom Cruise, and fucking Kiefer Sutherland were all fighting for that one position of who's going to survive the 80s. Trick questions. They all survived. Good for them.
Well, D, and I don't know if this could be a joke, but River Phoenix was in the running and he lost.
Oh yeah. Look, that's not a joke. That's not a joke.
Okay, sorry.
It's hilarious. So you making fun of the dead? Did I stutter? No, I'm sorry. I didn't know River Phoenix, nigga. I'm sorry. Sad.
Very sad.
That was a hilarious joke, Chris. Thank you for that one.
Hey, River Phoenix was in the running, and then he just said, "Fuck this."
Hey man, he didn't make it. He was in a Crossroads video with Eazy-E.
That is fucked up.
River Phoenix in the background with that girl that got him too high. Yeah, I said it. I'm crossing the line, motherfucker.
He's a Jedi ghost with fucking Eazy-E.
Eazy-E, motherfucking James off a good time.
I'm sorry. Time out for a second. I laughed as a kid. Here's how ain't shit the fucking damn classmates that I was at National Christian Academy was. I made a joke. I was like, hey guys, y'all watch that Crossroads video? It was awesome. Yo, why was Eazy-E a Jedi ghost? Nobody got the joke. And I was like, fuck you guys. You don't get the joke. I hate you.
That is a fail. Not on you, Chris, but that is a fail on them. Like, how the hell do you not get that?
Actually, Chris, I'm gonna go with you on that because everybody that goes to private school, especially in this area, they act way too. Here's the problem about private school. Number one, you get the sense of pride of being in a private school because that's like white people shit, okay?
Yeah.
Number two, because of said white people shit, you think you have money. Really, what it is, your parents just paid a whole bunch of money to put you in a school that there's no guarantee you're going to fucking graduate out of because you might not have the college credit. Second and third of all, everybody that goes to private school hides how big of a fucking nerd all of them are.
Oh my God! Look.
All of you are fucking Bible-thumping Christians, and you sit around here acting like you're a hood. Fuck all of you. Wow, that felt good. I had that building inside me. I'm sorry.
No, you ain't lying on that one. I mean,
With that being said, of everybody get mad at Chris, it's Chris. Fuck y'all guys. One day I'm gonna be in my own group. We're gonna sit around and talk about movies all the time. That sounds stupid as shit. Who gonna do that shit? Who would listen to that
20
shit?
years later.
Hey, what about 3 Black Dorks? Nah, let me think of it again.
All of a sudden, I pull a Matthew McConaughey from Interstellar and I kick over a book and spill out 3 Black Geeks.
You are my muse.
This is actually not how it happened in real life, but this is exactly what happened. Chris and at the same time, 3 Black Geeks. That's stupid as fuck. Yeah, I think of it again. Because what happened was we both said it. We both had the same idea, but I dismissed it because I'm like, that's stupid as shit. And Chris was like, yeah. Chris comes back 3 weeks later. I think we should go with that name. Yeah, I think we should.
It's like, son of a bitch. But yo,
go nostalgia there. I'm mad as hell that you and I sat on that for a whole 3 goddamn weeks.
I really did.
Oh God, the extent of our fucking powers.
Yo,
Bruh, I'm sorry. I felt head over heels.
I thought about
with
you
the
actually
music.
when I heard that. I was like, yo, is Eris gonna remix that shit? I hope he does.
Look, I can imagine Eris actually got his headphones on. Nah, this ain't fucking work. Nobody ain't gonna know this. You're like, but you know, I'm gonna try. He does it in the club. Of course, none of the Japanese people react. That one Canadian kid on the way in the back. Holy shit!
Police chasing automobiles! Oh my God, dude, Jesus!
Oh my God. That's that scene where Bon Jovi was racing Steve Martin. Kevin Bacon, close enough.
Kevin Bacon, but close enough.
Yo, I was trying to think of an actor. I'm like, hey, look, it's that actor that's in a bunch of shit. And no lie, Angie knew it was Kevin Bacon, but she said, oh, that's Bon Jovi. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, Bon Jovi's in this movie.
I was so freaking happy with that, man. Just hearing the music. Oh my God, this is the 80s. I'm like, what year was this? 87? Oh, perfect.
Nigga, I rolled a tear at the fact that Kevin Bacon and Steve Martin had it look like, I'm gonna beat this motherfucker. I'm getting this goddamn taxi. Steve Martin.
I'm like, bro, they go on a foot race.
Steve Martin did his best O.
O.
Simpson Hertz. Steve Martin did his best O.J. Simpson Hertz commercial run. Because holy shit, that's the fastest I've seen Steve Martin ever run. Period.
You know what I like that the present day version of that Kevin Bacon character would actually be Zac Efron. I think that would be the good. I think that would be the good.
They remixed this. Kevin Bacon is a Steve Martin character.
I think just imagine we're seeing the remake of this, and it's actually like almost scene for scene like the original movie. We see Zac Efron. Yeah, that makes sense.
Same synth music too because it's tight.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be.
But you know, it's Hollywood, and they have no clue, and they will give it to Seth Rogen. But like, it was funny. I don't know why he was playing the straight man. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, but my
no. You know what they give it to? Let's just be real.
Danny
Chris,
McBride?
they'll give it to. No, they'll give it to your boy.
Who?
Oh, this would be definitely a Rudd move.
Oh man.
Here's the funny. Now that being said, they did do kind of a remake of this movie, and I don't remember the movie.
I know. No, I can tell you. I was actually going to hold on to that, but I'm going to tell you. So, in a very not so subtle remake, both Zach Galifianakis, freaking Zach G and Robert Downey Jr. were in a movie called Due Date, which is super loosely based on this movie.
It is, and to give Due Date this credit, it does the same thing. You got to be there. You're with an asshole that you don't like and all that. To give the movie its credit, yeah, it's kind of a little spiritual. It has its own little nod to that movie, but it made its own movie out of it. You know what I mean? And there have been plenty of movies where guys got to beat the clock to get to a certain place and all that. But that was clearly a good kind of spiritual nod to that movie and all that. There were really some really funny parts of that movie. Like the best part of that movie, absolutely, is when Zach Galifianakis is driving a car and Robert Downey Jr. wakes up and he's clearly smelling weed in the car, and he instantly gets a contact high like he never got before. And the scene is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious, man. It's not like he has a freak out, but it's not like him going crazy. He just goes into this psychedelic trance, and it's so fucking funny, man. And Jamie Foxx shows up, and Jamie Foxx damn near stole the movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
It was an okay movie. I couldn't even remember the fucking title of the movie. That's how kind of generic it ended up being at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's the only problem about that.
Yeah.
You're going to forget about it. Yeah, it's a good movie, but it really leave a memory because this is planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
That's what it
now,
was.
Now, the thing of it is, they're having this race, synth music and all, and Steve Martin, falls down, face plants on the ground. Kevin Bacon gives him that look like, ha, I beat you, old man.
No, did you like did you like the flag salute he gave him out of respect?
Uh-huh. So Steve Martin is trying to get another taxi. He basically tells this guy, all right, I'll give you $50 for it. And being at the 80s, he's dealing with a snippet.
At TV, nigga. I was like, that's $50.87. Bitch, that's $110. What is your problem?
Thank you. And like a sniveling white guy that he's dealing with here, this sniveling guy was like, hey, how about you up that to $75 and we can do this? And I was like, yo, that is a dick move. And he knew Steve Martin was going to give it to him, too.
That's right.
Dick move brought on with inflation.
Yep. White privilege is like, hey, yeah, I know you can afford 50, but you can afford 75. That's some white privilege right there. Fuck you. That's some strong hustling shit, nigga. 75, right? Okay, here's it.
Now, here's what makes it funny, right? So, John Candy, while they're negotiating, he puts his luggage in the back, right? Now, this is what had me rolling. Taxi goes off and Steve Martin finally catches up with them. When he opens the door, I like the fucking face that John Candy has. It's the oh shit face. And I was laughing because it reminded me of...
It was like, oh God, he caught up.
But yo, I was dying though because it's the type of face that John Candy makes, and it's just funny because it's John Candy. He can do that, and it just works. Did you notice that the whole time Steve Martin was chasing after the taxi, my man had his arms flailing with the briefcases? I'm like, bro, you can't write good comedy like this. Can't. So the plane gets laid, whatever and stuff. That's what happens, and he finally catches up to John Candy, and then they're both having this discussion. And like I said, as D pointed out, this is like maybe 10 minutes into the movie and stuff, and they're already playing the odd couple off the break.
Yeah. And the movie, throughout the whole movie, they have these, of course you're going to have the different situations where they got to kind of rely on each other. And that's where it really lies on, of both guys are relying on each other, even relying on each other's talent to get where they need to get to the next point in their fucking adventure with each other. Mm-hmm. They have to kind of be with each other because of the shit that goes down. Like a good example, they get robbed of their fucking hotel room.
Well, the most seediest of hotels, which I'm like, I saw that shit coming.
Dude, bro, of 1987 in the middle of Wichita, Kansas, solid snakes his way into the
He
fucking
uses
room.
a knife to break into the room, by the way.
Right.
They didn't just get robbed. Bro, they got rolled on by time skip Danny Cooksley.
Yo, why the fucking Edward Furlong went ham on their fucking wallets, dog? Because he straight up did. This nigga, and the thing to get me was you learn later. Steve Martin's like, I had $700 in my wallet. Here's me in bills, bitch.
Nigga, I don't even carry. Look, listen. I don't carry $700 on me. Even though I have $700 in the bank, I still wouldn't carry $700 in my.
nigga, check this shit out. Here's me. I don't carry more than $50 on me, and yet your ass feel bold enough to leave the house with
Listen,
$700.
as somebody that uses card a lot of times, again, we're having a movie that shows his age. You like how when they get to the hotel, the old school way that they sat there and scanned fucking credit cards and shit with that fucking machine.
Man, that old machine.
Machine, nigga. That joke that go clink, clink, clink. Yo, man, I'm thinking about, you know what? Here's the sick part. They used them motherfuckers up until about to like the very early 2000s, man.
Nigga, let me tell you something. People forget, back in the 80s, if you're somebody that robbed somebody of their credit card, you can go buck wild on a credit card before it gets canceled by the person that you robbed it from.
Now,
because the turnaround time on canceling credit cards was like, what, a day?
If that.
God, nigga, if that.
If
and
you're
even
lucky.
you couldn't keep up with the payments like that or how fast they were going. Now you can track if the nigga went to the 7-Eleven around the corner from you. Yeah?
And if your bank is generous, they'll be like, oh, yo, yeah, we're going to give you back, we're going to credit back your $6 the nigga spent in the fucking 7-Eleven and cancel it.
That's just the wild thing about motherfucking credit cards in general, man. Because a lot of it is security theater. There's nothing really to it. There's no real security there. Like if somebody steals your credit card, you're probably going to be short $500 until you cancel that shit. That's going to happen. Yeah. That shit happens all the time. There's no real security lock on your shit unless you can do it. Because somebody can steal your card and you won't know it until 2 days later. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fraud happens very easily now. But back then, like you said, Chris, the buck wild is not the fucking word. You can max out a card and still buy shit. And just
you're able to get away with doing that back then. You want to know the funny thing is? Fast forward to today, if someone tried to run out, stole your credit card, and they tried to make a purchase that was like, I think, $50 over, all of a sudden you get that email or that phone call from your bank saying, "Hey, this is your bank. We just want to know. We just noticed that
your car for a minute. So what's up with these transactions?"
Like we just noticed that you just happened to make you just made a charge of like $200.
That happened in San Diego when we went first year in 2016. Somehow
Bank
of America was like, hold on, dog, you spent $20 in fucking California. The fuck's up with that? I was like, whoa,
bruh,
what's going on here?
That happened. Hold on. That happened to you. What happened to me? I tried to withdraw money from my account in Japan at a 7-Eleven near the hotel. Come to find out, like, oh, you just need to authorize the use of using your card overseas.
I saw you telling me that, and you had that look on your face like, the fuck is up with you?
I was so pissed because I'm like, what? I was like, why didn't you tell me this? Like, I told you that I was going overseas. Why didn't you tell me I need to authorize it?
I hate you.
Like, banks, man.
And speaking of credit cards, do you want to know what massaged my balls of nostalgia and getting this movie?
Part 2, let's go.
I'm sorry. What kind of card was that?
That was a Diners Club card.
Woo, man.
Hey, Jesus. Hey, Eris, woo. Hey, nostalgia, Heather Hunter, stop touching me, baby. Whoa.
No, right? Hold up. You talking about nostalgia from a freaking Diners Club. The Diners Club card. AKA the hold on. Diners Club. Diners Club. Like, wait a second, dude. Diners Club. The white black card of the 80s.
Diners Club. Ooh, that means that's the Amex of that was the Amex of back then, man. Really, man. It's like, ooh, you're with that.
You're American. No, wait, you're American. No, this was the Elite American Express Club card.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the Diners Club card was nothing more than a Discovery card of the 80s. So I don't know.
I noticed that they never mentioned Discover. They never mentioned Discover card. But, of course, they mentioned Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and freaking Diners. Like, Diners Club?
It's like, what is this?
Back in the 80s, for a lot of you kids that, don't remember shit before 95, yeah. Diners Club cards used to be out there. I seen Diners Club's cards up until the early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Around that time between the when the century clocked over. that's when I stopped seeing Diners Club cards. But yeah, man, them shits existed. I remember that we had I did I ever take one when I worked at McDonald's? I don't think I did. But yeah, but still, yeah, that just it's just wild me out to see that shit, man.
Now here's
But,
what's...
but I have to mention one part. We're kind of dodging this shit. Basically, when in a hotel, John Candy took a shower before Steve Martin, and Chris Eris, I love you too. You didn't do what John Candy did in that fucking bathroom. But let me tell you something that Dean noticed that was very telling. Everything in that fucking bathroom was wet. Like, everything was wet. And the only thing Steve Martin had to dry himself off was a washcloth.
A hand towel.
No washcloth. That was a washcloth. And that's when it hit me. You mean to tell me that nigga used every towel in here except washcloth?
And didn't have the audacity to wash his socks in the sink.
No. Have you noticed that? Everything else was used except the washcloth. White folk don't use washcloths. They really don't use them.
You know what, man? You're right. That's a joke that's been in every show. But then you have to ask people, and I think no white person on Twitter would dare answer that question. Yeah, white folks don't use washcloths now.
Oh, and I really thought that was a myth until I lived with some white folk. I'm not even joking. I wish I could say that's not a true thing. At least my experience.
Hey, D.
Right.
So, hey, Mo, John, if you're listening to this, do you guys use washcloths?
Oh, you know for a fact Mo don't. I love.
Oh God, the washcloth bit. That part had me rolling.
I love Mo Pornett. He's my boy. That's my nigga right there. You know Mo is one of the white boys that never uses a washcloth. You know, goddamn.
You know what's funny? Mo's gonna listen to this and he'd be like, "D's right."
No, here go. Wash what? Oh. You mean a towel, but I use that when I get out.
Like, well, and then D's like, exactly.
You wash your balls with soap? No, what do you use? Oh, a loofah. No, motherfucker. Those are disgusting.
There were no usable towels left.
But yeah, how did you make it into that shower just like not noticing how nasty and wet it was in that motherfucker either? Like at the supply.
I think he was just relieved that he had a nice hot shower before the shower decided to shut off for a second.
Oh, no, shut off, then became too damn hot.
Again, guys, I'm glad y'all didn't do it. First night in San Diego in a two-bedroom hotel room, me and Eris both fell asleep in bed, and my fat ass rolled on the ground. I said, I think I won.
I won this fight.
Actually,
Chris is over there like, D's on the floor. Here's me. Joke's on you. I was that type of cousin.
Funny thing about me, my ass still awake because my freaking body's stuck in Japan times.
Every time I woke up and rolled over, I was like, "Oh, Eris is still up. All right, I'm going back to sleep."
Because I knew. This is when I knew the fatigue got to Eris. On Friday night, Eris had his headphones on, and I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning to get something to drink. Eris finally fell asleep, but he was ass in the air, Miyazaki style, knocked out his headphones. Pop that pussy! Pop the pussy, baby! And here's me. Why do I have music? He's looking at something about DSP being an asshole. Is this nigga multitasking? God damn it, Harris. You're not right now.
My favorite bit, I think it was like, what was it? It was the first night for all of us. We got stuck watching fucking Time Life. We should have been asleep.
Okay. I think that's still on my son's No. We got way too fleet with one commercial with Grandma, can you get the snacks? We saw that commercial like 8 times and we just laughing. And I'm sitting there, hey D, is there a blunt in your hand? No. Then why the fuck are you awake this night laughing at commercials, nigga?
I mean, we were laughing. We laughed at the freaking the 2 CD collection of like the best love ballads.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you how much. Oh God, that was fun because we just straight up started judging it. We was like, yo, where are the black people at? Like, there's like no black people on these. Peebo Bryson, there it is. We knew they was gonna get one of them.
Like Peebo, no. Notice that when they got the Whitney, we were like, oh, the safe Whitney song.
That's the song, greatest thing ever. Chris is knocked out, right? Because Chris bitch ass got knocked out every time before it was 12 Dirty. Chris was out like a light. Me and Aaron hang, huh? But
hey, I had a looming drug test that I had to take in California, so there's that.
What? You take cocaine every day, D. Every day. but no. Here's the best thing. Chris is knocked out at this point, right? And all of a sudden, a Mariah Carey song pop up there. We're like, Dad count. Chris, halfway away. That don't count, man. It's only half. Oh! Only half of that is her. The other half is white people. I'm like, Chris, take your ass back to sleep.
I remember when D said that, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I said. All right, I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, Chris, you did that twice. It was hilarious because the first time it was like, nigga, go to sleep. The second time you went on Mariah Carey with accuracy, and I died.
Keep in mind that when Chris did it, he was like the guy on the couch from Half Baked, where he was like turned to the side. You couldn't even see him. You just heard sounds coming from Chris.
Real talk, when I turn on my side when I'm asleep, that's when I'm like at my peak sleep. Like, don't touch me. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah. I was going to save this for the New Year's though, but I know how loud I am when I snore because I'm a big black man and I have sleep apnea. I fucking get it. I know I'm going to be loud. So I was prepared to go on. I was prepared both of these niggas go on me. No, they're sound sleepers because here's Chris. No bullshit, Chris. This is you.
There's an air to truth to that because every chick that I've both noticed my snoring a little bit, but it's not like my don't even see. And you're right, D. My dad's snoring is on your level, and because I've been in the house with my parents for so long and stuff before I moved out, I've been so used to my dad snoring that it doesn't even fucking faze me anymore.
That won't even faze you. Eris don't hear shit because Eris lives in Tokyo, so Eris is forever like, shut the fuck up, world. So.
At this point, I'm so used to my dad snoring that
go to bed.
I'm so used to my dad snoring that was my go-to that I know I can sneak back into the house late and I know everybody's asleep. Because as soon as I hear my dad snoring, okay, I can go in the house and fucking fall down the stairs and he will never wake up.
Fall down. Jesus. No, for real. You gotta know these things, man. You gotta know these sounds with your parents, especially if you sneak out. I never snuck out because my bitch ass had to be a nerd and play Street Fighter Alpha all day.
The only thing I had to worry was my mom. My mom used to be a ninja at like she'll sleep, but she'll be one of those things where she'll randomly get up at 2 a.m. to get something to drink or eat like some chips and go back to sleep. And if I happen to sneak in, it's like, shh, in the kitchen. Let me wait it out. All right. Okay, she's back. She's out the kitchen.
I didn't have that problem until I became an adult. But I say I'm an adult because my mom didn't start really working at home until I became an adult. And I came home, and I remember when I was still living, when I came home like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I know that my mom was still awake because I see the fucking light on her office room, right? Yeah. So I walk in her house, I'm going to my room. My mom like, my mom like, you coming back late? Here's me. Go to sleep, Mom. I never heard my mom so hard. Like, nigga, it's 3:44. Go to bed, Mom.
Now, if we're talking parts of this movie, right? Let's go back to the movie, right? So here's the thing. Again, out of many things in this movie, stuff like Dee said, the whole thing with the restaurant and they lost their money and stuff. They're rolling in the back of a pickup truck, and I like how they tell the dude's about ready to tell his wife and kids to get in the back of the truck, and I like how Steve Martin was like, well, hold on, no, we can go in the truck, and I like how this dude looked at him like, you got the audacity to tell me how to run a family.
Nah. See, they were trying to pick. No. What they were trying to do is they were trying to pick up the trunk. Dude looked at his wife and said, "So you're just gonna sit there in the truck, huh? You ain't gonna pick it up, are you?" You go, "Oh, this thing is heavy. What are you talking about?" Look. Our child came out sideways. She can take it.
She ain't cried the entire time. Here's me. D. Shaw, 3 Black Geeks. Are you two brother and sister or cousin and cousin? Which one are you?
Yeah, how does this
work? clearly, both of y'all came off the same branch. It's really what I'm trying to get at here. like, yo, man. I love it. And they're sitting in the back seat. They're sitting in the back of the truck, in the bed of the truck. And Steve Martin says, some gloves. He goes for it, and all of a sudden, a wild dog appears underneath the gate.
No. D, hold on, D. First of all, it wasn't just any wild dog that appears. I mean, it wasn't just wild dog suddenly appears, bro. This is 87. Spuds McKenzie showed up.
No bullshit.
It was so funny because here's all John Candy. He's like, yeah, so Scottsdale is actually a ways away from Wichita. How many miles away? About
30.
About 30, 35. No more than 50. About 30. I love it. Just keep bouncing.
No. My favorite is when he said, depending on which way he drives, could be about 75 or 80.
And they're just sitting in the back seat, cold, mind you, because yes, it's still fucking 30 degrees. Now you have to deal with the windshield of being in the back of a fucking truck.
Now, I like how all three of them, including the dog, had the cold face with the eyebrows all fucking iced over and shit. So they get in the train, and again, we're 40 minutes in the movie. I'm like, so this movie is just over. They get on the train and they're going back to Chicago, and they're saying their goodbyes and stuff, and Steve Martin's like, all right, cool, I'm getting back home finally. And then the train breaks down.
Yep. So, wait a minute. Did this happen in The Happening? It did, but guess what? The Happening is the horrible movie. Why did you remember that? But anyway, they have... So, I like how, again, you lose your mode of transportation. And I like it in this one because it's relatable for D. Is when they finally get to the airport, when he finally gets to the airport, he gets to rent out his own car. Now I know I'm skipping when he was on the bus, but anyway.
It wasn't really that happened on the bus other than...
It don't really happen on the bus except for when me and Eris do that episode of Rocco. Remember the episode of Rocco where they was on the plane, and at the end of the episode they was on the bus? I think they kind of this movie. So you'll know what I talk about when we do that episode, Eris.
Yeah.
But I like how when they left him, he left Steve Martin's character. He went to find his own rental car. His rental car wasn't fucking there. So what did he have to do? He had to find a way to get back to the airport. He had to find a way by cutting through the runway and all the rest of that shit. Now I say this is relatable because when I walk, I like to take shortcuts. And because my fat ass is coordinated enough, but yet don't have the balance of a fucking gazelle, I also like out just like Steve Martin. You'll see like a fat guy falling down, like why is he that way? I know that's how I look. Come on, you see how big I am. You can't miss me. And you just see this fat guy like cutting through a park. It's like, why, nigga? The sidewalk's just right there. Do that shit. Nah, bitch. I'm dedicated, and I'm going down this hill. Oh, shit, I'm falling.
Now, the thing of it is, they get
into that whole scene because when he got to the airport, he was talking to lady Bobby's mom for Bobby's World.
I'm about to say, wasn't that her?
Yeah.
It was. Guess what? That was also Louis' mom. She did a whole bunch of voice. She did a lot of voice acting.
She was the secretary in Ferris Bueller's Day Off too.
Yes, of course she was another John Hughes production. So yeah, of course.
That conversation was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, because Steve Martin, that right there is like, if this movie was rated PG-13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you let the F word go. That's the exact time you let it go. I want the fucking car, and I had to walk across the fucking tarmac to get all the fucking way here, and I got to see your fucking smile.
He said,
I'm
wipe
like,
that fucking dumbass smile with rosy fucking cheeks. I lost it.
I was done,
I
bro.
want to fucking rent a car right fucking now.
Yo,
And he was like, okay, where's your papers? I threw it the fuck away.
oh boy.
And she was like,
Oh boy.
she was like this.
Boy, what?
Oh,
You're fucked.
Here's me. That's why John Hughes to me was not that big. I wasn't so big on his direction. And there's some of his stories where it's like, that's just normal shit. But the one area I always loved John Hughes, he knew how to write dialogue. And I love that shit. That whole scene, perfect. That's how you do it. That's why I like him. Like, I know that for everybody has a different reason for liking John Hughes. I thought when certain scenes in almost all this movie, it was written like real people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or in the case of this, it's clearly a comedy sketch, but it's perfect. You perfectly timed.
It captures the anger of a guy that's been through so much shit. And let's be real about this. Everybody has had those moments where they just kirk out on somebody.
Hey, you know, what's his name from the dude that was narrating in the movie Life? He said it best. Everybody's got their breaking point. This was Steve Martin's breaking point, the rental car.
I mean, and it's crazy too because finally get the car, and stuff, and you know, they have the little moments and stuff. So, you know, they're on the freeway, and because Dale, wasn't paying attention, he drives on the wrong side, gets fucked up between two semi trucks, which I laugh because. God, can't believe
that whole scene.
That whole bit.
It is amazing how that's one of those scenes where any other director would have got impatient and would have sped that along. I will give it this. That was well paced. Yep. Like, you had to see all of that build up.
Yeah, the build up, the music, the cigarettes.
He throws a cigarette out the window and it flies into the back seat. So the whole time you're thinking to yourself, okay, that's going to have a payoff. It better have a payoff. And do you notice where he's trying to he gets trapped in his arms get trapped because he's a fat guy in a small, and he's trying to move around. He finally moves around and they stop. He bends the fucking wheel and all the rest of that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, what is that, an AMC? What's wrong with that car? Cheap as shit. So he finally turns around knowing he's on the wrong side of the road. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you have this couple who is speeding beside him. You're going the wrong way the whole entire time. And then, of course, you see the two semi-trucks. And this scene is so fucking 80s. They go between the all semi-trucks, and Steve Martin is seeing his life flash before his eyes. Looks to the side. All of a sudden, you see John Candy as a fucking devil. I love that. Then you see they both have skeletons and they just fly out. That is such an
80s as hell.
And then they both do what did anybody else do? Oh my God, I lived. Like, and they go out. I like how John Candy did this bitch move like, oh my back. Oh my back. Like, shut the fuck up. And Steve Martin goes out there to get the trunk for him. They get into the side of the road. They sit down. And guess what? That cigarette poof, burns the whole car down. And Steve Martin has the best moment ever.
Just the fact that he was like, well, you know you're liable for that, right? And he's like, here's the thing, dog. I used your credit card.
No, and that's the thing that made me laugh. I laughed at this part so much because, one, his wallet was in the car. Woo. And two, he's laughing because, oh my God, It finally happened to you. That's his moment that he can laugh at it because, oh my God, it's not just me. This stupid shit can happen to you. This is great. This is freaking beautiful. I love.
It's just fun. At one point, they're sitting on his case, and I just like how they just look. Like you said, He looks back, and he just sees the car on fire, and he just, like you said, he just laughs. And it's just the laugh of like we're fucked. Clearly, like what
now, I know you two guys can't relate in certain type of ways, but Steve Martin's character was really predicated on going back home to see his family.
Yep.
And that's kind of how I felt my last day leaving San Diego. Nigga, my flight got delayed, and I'm sitting there like, God, hurry the fuck up. Finally, midnight comes, I can get on the fucking plane. And guess what? Asian girl beside me, feet up the whole damn time. Now, real talk, Eris, you know me. I ain't big on Asian girls, and I ain't big on toes. She was all right. Anyway. Hold on. I had an Asian, not an Asian, well, Asian in that sense, but I had a guy clearly Indian, maybe Pakistani. I'm not going that way, but that area. This motherfucker had his feet out, nigga, and on top of that, he sleep. Foot hits my knee. For real, nigga. Look at the other Asian girl. The Asian girl fart in her sleep. I'm sitting there. Plane starts to say, boom. Everybody sit down like it's 3:35 in the morning. It's 4:30 in the morning. Because I had to look that way at a different time zone. Yo, that coming home on that flight pissed me the fuck off so much. But everybody does the same thing when they have a shitty flight when they get back home. How was the trip? Oh, it was nice.
Yo, it was wonderful.
Which goes to show this, though. All this to say, don't fly Spirit ever again, folks.
Look, I am never flying Spirit again. But I know Dwayne. D, yeah. This time, if you're going to get Spirit,
there's consequences to this.
Right. An IOC and a credit card, because I'm hopping on that motherfucker without drinking shit. We're not doing this again, D. See, it's all about preparing yourself, guys. That's what I'm trying to get at. But he really did push this little aspect of Steve Martin and family, really wanted to get home and all the rest of that, and I can relate to that. Now, that being said, they really didn't focus on his wife like that. They really didn't focus on Joey Lawrence's little brother that was in the movie, Matthew Lawrence. Had to make that reference because it's Matthew Lawrence. I think he needs to get more respect than he gets. Know Joey more than him, but it ain't his fault that he came behind Joey. Anyway,
well, I mean, suffice to say, I found it funny that both guys are on the Lifetime evil boyfriend tip on those movies.
I think he's on there, but he should be. If him and Ryder Strong look like they're in the same category of guys, like, wow. So when
ain't shit guys that abuse their girlfriends,
they both fall in that same category of. So when the clock on midnight and it was on January 1st, 2000, did everything just go to hell for you?
I mean, but it's funny too that he's on that direct-to-DVD tip too, and it's like, huh? And Joey Lawrence, like again, I think he's doing Hallmark TV movies now and stuff. So
Lawrence has fell into the daddy category where he doesn't have to do much, and there's going to be these gaggle of MILFs that are ready to jump on his
How
dick.
is he not hit Dancing with the Stars level yet? How?
I think he did. Was he like on the first season or some bullshit like that?
I don't remember, man. And then meanwhile, the youngest brother, nobody fucking cares about him to really see what he's up to.
I don't know the youngest one. I know about Matt.
Yeah, Andrew Lawrence. That was the one when they did Brotherly Love. That was the one time. Oh shit! They have a third brother. Didn't know that, but he also voice acted in cartoons too. So there's that.
You also figured out that Matthew and Joey were the only ones that had screen presence because even though Matthew was basically the remix of Joey, which wasn't even going to get him that far. Yeah. But at least he can act. I will say that. At least Matthew can act. Matthew, as a kid, was actually one of the better kid actors.
Yeah.
So, I can give him that much. I just wanted to really mention Matthew Lawrence. I think we're never about him. And this is like the perfect time.
Nah, it's like if we ever, I don't think we'll ever do a fucking Matthew or Joey Lawrence movie unless it's by accident.
Only Joey Lawrence movie we have a chance of doing is a horror movie. Oh no, we're never gonna do that.
Was that the one with the fucking electronics fucking up shit?
Yes, it was Pulse. That's the name of Pulse.
Oh man, that was a weird movie because that's a movie. Side note, folks, Pulse was a movie where they never fucking explained why electronics fucked up, and I was perfectly fine with that.
I mean, it's a perfect, crappy early '90s movie. Joey Lawrence, no, '80s. Actually, it's an '80s movie.
Yeah, late '80s. Yeah, late 80s.
Because Joey was like was young at that time too. Yeah, it was probably right
coming off of Give Me a Break.
Yeah, it was like right before that puberty hit him all the way. But I remember that. But I don't remember any other thing he did young. But Joey did a bunch of young shit, shit when he was young too.
Side note D.
We're not going to talk about the Lawrence.
No. Side note D, just to end it off on this before we go back to the Plane Change Automobiles. Your boy Joey was in Troy 2, by the way. Just putting that out there.
He was in what?
He was in Troy 2.
Bruh.
Yeah.
He better be slinging some good white dick in a black girl.
Well, he was a cop, so he wasn't slinging no dick. So
no, I know. If he was a cop, he probably was fucking in that. Do you know what Twa? Do you know what Twa's about?
It's a sequel. So we only had Jennifer Calhoun and the fucking Players Club, and that's it.
Calhoun, first off, and that was the third one you're talking about.
No, she was in the second one.
Was that the second one? Yep. Joey Lawrence was in the second one?
Yep.
So who was in the third? Fuck it, it doesn't matter.
This is not the Tri-Quest, people. This is not. What had me rolling, though, they get to the hotel, right? I like how Steve Martin pulls out the burnt credit cards, and he's just telling the guy, like, yo, I had credit cards, but, here's this credit card.
First of all, I'm amazed that car even survived.
Hey, I'm going to say it.
80s cars built tough.
American ingenuity, Eris. Respect it. Detroit's not dead yet.
Oh yeah, it's not dead. It's not dead. Even like no matter how much a movie 3 years prior to that was predicting would predict that Detroit would be dead.
No, but I you know what?
To RoboCop.
Now, what I thought was endearing is that John Candy, managed to get a good collection of airport liquor. Miniatures, as we say.
When you travel around as much as he does, and you stay in like a lot of hotels, and you go from airport to airports, you tend to collect shit. I mean, CJ, you remember when I was, what was it, back in 2010 when I was doing my travel job? How many shot glasses did I come back home with?
Yeah, that's true. To where a lot of folks are like, is Eris alcoholic? I'm like, no, he just gets shot glasses. That's what you do.
Is Eris an alcoholic? No, he is not. No, he is not. I do think he's a part of like an orgy cult, but I can't believe it.
Some eyes wide shut shit.
So wait a minute. So you mean, yeah. So you're saying Eris is gay? No, they sucking his dick. He ain't doing nothing. Don't be playing my nigga like that, son. Don't be playing my nigga like that.
Now, side note there, I'll say this, though. I love miniatures because, full disclosure, I've snuck them to plenty of basketball and football games.
Chris, you're down low drunk yourself.
How am I down low drunk? I'm admitting.
Chris, I'm saying that because you will sneak up on it like, Chris has been drinking, haven't you?
No, because it's like, yo, first off, I refuse to fucking give Dan Snyder fucking $10 for a fucking shot of liquor. I refuse.
Oh man, wait, look, here's me. Hey, I'm sorry, Capital One Center. Why are you laughing? Same thing with you. It costs $8 for a motherfucking cranberry vodka in that bitch, yeah? Come on, man. I don't need to get. Come on, this is a Wizards game. I need to get drunker, cheaper. Come on, dog.
That's what me and D go around the corner and get paid $1.50 for a fucking Everfresh cranberry and some fucking shots of vodka. We're like, all right, we're good to go, right? Cool.
I feel like. And me personally, I'm like, I'm gonna wait till the game's over. I'm gonna go right across the street over to Fuddruckers and call it a night.
Basically.
Hey, Chris, I saw what you did there, saying the ever fresh and vodka thing. You see, that's thought, Chris, right there.
That's not thought, Chris. That's ingenuity, sir. Don't you dare say thought. All right, that's ingenuity.
You know how sad it is when you see these girls go to the liquor store and get me Patron, yeah. Oh, get me a raspberry or ever fresh. Okay, bitch, I know what you're doing. That never crossed your mind.
It never crossed my mind in the years I worked at a liquor store. I didn't put two and two together on that shit.
I'm gonna show you how cheap D was when I used to drink. All right, hey, what's up? Yeah, let me get this orange juice. You know, it's the ever fresh orange juice. And let's get I'm gonna treat myself. Give me that New Amsterdam right there, yeah. Nah, the gin. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Treat yourself, King.
How many? Thank you, Chris. Treat yourself, King. How many niggas have you seen walk up in your liquor store with like, all right, let me get Pinnacle, and they got like 5 different ever.
I've lost track, D. So much so. Here's how. Let me tell you something, folks. This is the tales of the liquor store here. I have seen guys literally pull this bullshit, and D, you're gonna laugh, and Eris, you're gonna laugh. I've seen guys roll up in there, and I hear the conversation. All right, guys, let's get this get Pinnacle, or no, not Pinnacle. What's that cheap fucking vodka?
Smirnoff.
No, cheaper.
That's fat.
Oh, so yeah, huh?
That's fat. Sveka. Was it Sveka?
No, Sveka isn't there. I got the name of it, but it's not good.
That's Sky Absolute.
Oh fuck no.
No, Sky is the better vodka.
Yeah, Sky's like, you know, if you spend a little bit of money on it and stuff. The fuck is the name of it?
If it ain't Pinnacle is like the low grade vodka.
So we got a mid card vodka.
It is really a mid card vodka. It's like Seagram's vodka. It's like, wait a minute, they made vodka?
I forgot the name of it, but like basically, I'm gonna say it's like Popov vodka, or whatever the fuck it is and stuff. But anyways, I saw these guys, right? They was like, all right, they're literally gonna take this cheap vodka and pour it into an empty Ciroc bottle and make it seem as though rock. I was like, in my head, I was like, nigga.
Oh, wait a minute, are you talking about that? You talking about that rock gut shit y'all selling there, man?
Yep.
Velikov.
They wanted a fifth of Velikov, and they were gonna fill an empty Ciroc bottle with that shit. And in my head, I was like, "Yo, nigga."
Dude, let me tell you something about Velikov. That shit will fuck you up, and will fuck up your stomach.
Here's the shitty part, right? I remember a couple of chicks rolling in there, and I was like, "Yeah, I got Ciroc over there." He's like, "Nah, I don't want Ciroc, man. That shit gave me a headache." And I was sitting in my head like, there ain't no way Ciroc gives you a headache, because I've had Ciroc. That shit doesn't give you a goddamn headache.
Sure, it's sometimes, but it doesn't give you a headache.
It doesn't give you a headache. I'm like, yeah, y'all got duped on that one, but I ain't gonna say anything.
Y'all got duped.
I ain't gonna say anything. Hey, you know, whatever and stuff, you know, that's cool. But it's like, when I saw that, I was like, y'all do some chicks into thinking that was Ciroc.
Hey, man, that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. It's like, nah. See, here's the funny thing. A lot of dudes, that's kind of funny, and I hate to bring it to a dark place. A lot of dudes do that shit. Like a lot of guys say, like, yeah, man, I never take advantage of the girl. Be like, I got this motherfucking Sky Vodka about to get it loose. Nigga, that's rape culture.
That's rape, dude. That's rape. It ain't the same thing. It's the same shit. You can't.
Look, you going on Bill Cosby, but you like, yeah, nigga, I got that Henny. Let me tell you something about Henny real quick. Eris, let me tell you something about Henny. I fucking, as an ex-Henny drinker, dude, if you drink Henny every day, either A, you've been to jail or want to go back, or B, you are a baby mama that purposely takes the child support money and get your hair done. Those are the people that drink Hennessy.
What about people that drink Hennessy White? You know, the one that's actually pretty good.
No, Hennessy White. No. You the girl. I'm classy. I don't be doing that ghetto shit. And I don't be doing that ghetto shit like you. Speaking of which, girl, I need to go down and get my weave done again because I'm trying to go low. You're that.
But like, yo, but that's.
I think. See, for me, I I just recently became a cognac guy.
Really?
That comes
Really?
that comes with age, though. That's what it comes with.
That
Age.
comes-
That's the thing. See, earlier in my life, I wasn't really into it like that. Like, I've always been predominantly just,
Social drinker.
Not even a social drinker. I was predominantly just a rum and vodka guy.
An occasional what's that? These plum Ryan.
Oh yeah, of course, sake.
Yeah, sake. I know me, you, and Chris Kiriton was like pounding sake at Otakon that one year. That was fun.
Freaking sake and of course, let it be somebody's birthday and we want to get fucked up and drink soju.
I couldn't tell because Kiriton was just buying rounds of sake, and I was like, all right, cool.
Oh no, not the sake, not sake. I'm talking about let it be somebody's birthday and we want to get fucked up and we end up drinking soju.
Oh, I'm about to say you about to bust out Johnny Walker because you in Japan. That's the Johnny Walker right there, man.
Oh nah.
Hey yo, dude, I think but I always had this thing when it came to brown liquor. I don't like brown liquor. I really don't.
Hey, Steve Martin and John Candy were drinking up some brown liquor in that scene.
Man, when they was pounding motherfuckers. Me personally, I always find it funny how people do get fucking in their feelings about, oh nigga, you like vodka? Ugh. Like, it's kind of funny to me. My dad looks at me funny, like you like vodka and gin. I like those are the two things I fuck with. My dad, for real. Like, for real? Like, my dad, like, what you like, Dad? My dad's like bourbon and all the rest. I'm like, man, you old country from my chest ass nigga. Like, this is my thing. Whiskey, I will like whiskey. Yeah. Whiskey is a waste of money to me.
First of all, whiskey is cheap as fuck.
Exactly.
When you can go into a 7-Eleven, like when you're in Japan, you can go to 7-Eleven and you can get a bottle of whiskey for like $2.
That's shit! So Yakuza wasn't lying. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys. Yakuza has the price of a whiskey for $2. I was like, get the fuck out of here! Ain't no $2 whiskey. And then Eric's just now confirmed. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm like, nah, bro, it's true. You can get almost every level of alcohol. It might not necessarily be the name brand, but the content of the alcohol is at 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my ass gets bougie. I'm like, I drink tequila because I'm not like you Negroes,
Oh, look at Tobias Whale over here.
I know exactly. I get all this on this shit.
Oh, y'all Negroes always out here trying to get something that y'all can't afford.
I'm drinking the finest of tequilas.
Finest of tequilas. You know where this comes from? This comes from a vineyard. Not a vineyard. This comes from down in Mexico. Little place that you never know, that you won't even know about. Now about that, what makes it so different? And he like stabs you in the neck.
Stabs you in the neck, continues the sentence.
And let me tell you something, all you Negro women out here getting pregnant by these dudes ain't shit.
It's like, man, Chris went on a bender. He going on the road right now. It's crazy.
Man, Chris went straight up to bias on niggas, man. For real, man. He done gained weight. He like 4 foot nothing, but he's like big. Real talk. All respect to my boy, man. I love homie that plays Tobias, man. Eris is his height.
Yeah.
That shocked me. I was like, holy, same height.
Here's the thing. When he fought Gary, it's like bullshit.
No, hold on. So after meeting him in person and then going back and watching that fight scene, that gave me hope, right?
I gotta say, and if Gary ever listens to this, hey Gary, I gotta say, I always knew somebody more whiter than you was gonna kick your ass. I told you that.
Day to get you has arrived, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Look it out, bitch.
Oh my god.
Hold on, but speaking of all this alcohol and stuff, notice now Steve Martin did ask a question that I thought was pretty funny. Is this a good combination? Drinking all this alcohol and eating those at the same time?
Vintage Doritos bag, by the way, guys. 80s.
Vintage.
Yeah.
That is a hella vintage Doritos bag. Back when the Doritos bag was white.
Nigga, that was a good nipple tug of a nostalgic rush for me.
I'm sorry. On top of that, that just reminded me. And on top of that, that just reminded me of D when you and Aris talk about that scene from Wayne's World where fucking Wayne busts out the Doritos bag.
Yeah,
the Doritos. The Doritos bag. There was the Doritos bag, the freaking Pizza Hut, and the freaking over ass amount of Reeboks that Garth was rocking.
It's like
best part. I got a headache. Here you go.
New print, little yellow print.
Oh man, here's me. New print doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yo, what set the scene off though was Rob Lowe's look of like, the fuck just happened.
It's like it black and white all of a sudden.
Comedy getting so nonsensical.
Yeah, but this scene is kind of endearing because it's like they're both kind of like, you know, they're drinking and they're just opening up and stuff, and like you said, like Steve Martin just wants to get to his family. You know, it's just that's just stuff, and they somehow managed to duct tape their car to make it to where they have to get to. Can
you even call that duct tape? To me, it just looked like they just tossed everything in what remained of the damn back seat of that car, and they crashed the back. Yeah, they dude puts the car in reverse, crashes it into the hotel room they were staying in.
Get the fuck out of here!
And tries to cheese it out of there with the quickness. They keep driving and driving. Of course, they have no idea how fast they're going because the speedometer doesn't work anymore since it freaking melted away. And they get stopped by Officer Michael McKean.
Michael McKean, I forgot you was cast in this movie. Are you kidding me? Chicago? John Hughes doing this? Did you think I wasn't going to be in this movie?
Michael McKean, people forget too, Michael McKean was an SNL alum, so you were guaranteed to see him in a lot of 80s and 90s movies in some sort of degree.
Not to mention, he was coming fresh off a Clue.
Yep.
I was about to say, he was coming off a Clue at the time, wasn't he?
Yep.
I was just about to say that. Like, Michael McKean, he had his own stamp of the 80s and somewhat of the 90s.
Dude, he did This Is Spinal Tap. That was like the movie.
Oh, yeah, that was a big, of course, it was a big movie. Harry Shearer. Harry Shearer really put a lot of work into that movie, man. So I had to say that because I learned what happened to how Harry Shearer has like no stock in that movie, even though he wrote it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that kind of throws you off.
I'm laughing at the fact that somehow Michael McKean after this was like, hey, so McKean, we're going to put you in a movie where you're going to be paired up with a robot. Oh shit, is this a new franchise? Oh no. Short Circuit 2, sir.
Short Circuit 2.
I like how these motherfuckers finally got, like, they can get to Chicago. Oh, bet. But, like, it's in a truck. You know what? I don't care. I'm fine with it. Yeah, about that. See, this is the thing I like about Dill on John Candy's character. He can get you there. But I can hook you up, nigga. I got you. But there's always a but.
Yeah.
And in this case, we gotta sit in the back. And they were sitting in the back with all the meat.
Actually, it was a cheese truck.
It was a cheese truck. Yeah, it was a cheese truck.
It was an Oshkosh cheese truck. Like, I'm like, Oshkosh cheese. Does that still exist?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. You know, the finest
Only
cheese.
The finest of Midwestern cheeses.
I mean, there was so much stuff that they just showed off in this movie. Like, I just had to question, does it still exist anymore? And I remember when this was a thing.
And, you know, even down to the cigarette use in this movie is amazing to me. But finally they get to Chicago, and him and they make their goodbyes, and it's actually a decent moment. And Steve Martin is sitting on the train thinking.
Just thinking about all the craziness that they went through.
Then it hits him, and this goes into his character being the way he is. And this is why I say I kind of get this when it comes to Steve's character. He's fucking tunnel vision at this point. He just want to get home to his folks. But the one thing he did realize was that Dill's wife that he kept on throwing over the moon, wait a minute. Where is she? Where's your family? Where do you live at? And he finally catches up with Dale. He's like, why are you here? Like, yeah, my wife's been dead.
I don't have a home. My wife's been dead for like 8 years.
And real talk, because again, this movie is written very well. It's a kick to the nuts.
Yep.
Because, and here's the thing, you kind of see that coming anyway. Let's make it very clear. You kind of see that scene coming anyway, but because John Candy had this perfect balance of being very funny, very annoying, and everything else, he knows how to actually act. Mm-hmm. So that scene was just like really good. And Steve was like, "Nah, nigga, you come home with me." And you see them walk into his house, walk into the McAllister house. Yeah, that's what the fuck it is.
Yep, McAllister house.
Walking to the McAllister house with that trunk, and basically they're gonna he's spending Thanksgiving with his family, and everything's all good. Happy holidays.
Wait a second. Before that, can I mention, how about the fact that just in case you missed it, the movie reminds you again the foreshadowing. I haven't been home in years.
Yep.
Yep.
Because he first mentioned it. He mentions it early in the movie. You think about it at first.
Yeah.
And then when Steve had to think about it again, and he remembers that key line, which was, "I haven't been home in years."
Yep.
And because of John Candy's great acting, he was able to just gloss over what he just said, saying, "No, because I'm traveling all the time. I haven't really been home to like enjoy myself and all that other stuff." And again, you don't think about it just because of the way he threw it out there and immediately glossed it over.
Yep.
And that's where the brilliance of this movie comes from, where there's a lot of all this. But see, that's the problem when you see the clones of these movies, where you see this coming. You see this, where it be a gut punch or just like, oh man, that's a sad set of circumstances. You see that shit coming. You see that tragedy with the clown. You know what I mean? You're going to see that with that. You want to see it coming. The problem is a lot of movies don't nail it. This movie fucking nails it. And it could be and is it because of the direction? Is it because of the writing? I don't know. It's because John Candy just fucking nailed this guy who isn't sad. He's happy that he's alive. But let's just be real. He has nothing right now in this world. He doesn't have nothing to connect to. The one thing that he loved the most, his wife's not there. And he's alone for the holidays. And he actually got to connect with a human for about almost it was felt like a week. It was only like 2 or 3 days.
It does feel like a week.
It felt like a fucking week.
It really did.
But it was like he got to spend 3 days with somebody that he didn't know. They went through a lot of emotional highs with each other and ended up liking each other at the end. And the sad part is, I don't know. And that's what makes it beautiful when he comes back and says, "Hey, come on with me." But I gotta shut the fuck up. Come on, man.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? That's what makes that so cute. That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what made me almost cry. That shit is awesome, man. In short, good God, this is actually a really good movie. Good one, nigga. I told you I would.
I know you did. And I am so glad I saw this movie. See, it's like I said before, you got to get me in the beginning. When it comes to any movie, get me in the beginning. The movie already got me with the music. Seeing the foot.
So 2 minutes into the movie, it got you. It's like, damn, it got me.
Like, bro, I just heard, like I said, I see a freaking wild Kevin Bacon magically appears and a freaking foot race to a damn taxi cab. I said, oh, I am in for a good movie. This isn't plain. Like, yo, first of all, if there's anything I could change if I could change the title to something I could use today, I wouldn't call it Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I would call it Mishaps.
Mishaps and fuckery.
You have to make it a title that can be used across the board. Mishaps, shenanigans, and calamities.
Yep.
It really has these three. It really has, like I said, what it does well is, like you said, you get me in the beginning. In the beginning, you get this. Hey, I got to hurry up and get to the airport. Okay. He has to go and hurry up and get to the airport. Hey, that's Kevin Bacon. Well, oh, man. Now you got to pay this dude. Now the cab's gone. Oh shit! What's going to happen now? Hey, wait a minute. We meet his flight is canceled. Oh shit! Now he meets up with this annoying dude. Now the annoying dude's getting nervous. Hey, wait a minute, bitch! You stole my cab, and you're in for the ride as you go along. And this movie does a great way of hooking you in off the break.
Yeah.
Puts you right in, and at that point you're wanting to rush to get home too. And that's why you said when he dropped the hints that he ain't been home in years, shit like that, yada yada yada. There you go. Man, that's great, man. That shit is great,
yeah.
Can I also point out that not only has this movie been referenced in like several times, and not it was one movie that they pulled this same stunt in, with Due Date being a super loosely based version of the same film. You know, you see parts of that in Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's mentioned. It's that meant you see parts of this movie in Tommy Boy. Because come on, David Spade's character can't stand Tommy.
Yep.
Yeah. Tommy was the rich boy that basically coasted through life and never had to work a day in his. He was the guy that always envied Tommy because if I had your dad, I'd be the best son in the world. You didn't deserve, and there was you don't deserve your dad because I would have been like, yo, yes, man, I would have loved to have a dad like yours.
Yep.
So it was,
by the end of that movie, they ended up becoming the best of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very it's the same premise where you get the odd couple and they're forced to be with but we don't match. And it doesn't come off with the thing. Like, the reason why they make fun of that shit in cop movies is because, duh. You know what I mean? We're used to that in cop movies. In comedies, you can have a thing like that happen where two people have to either have to work with each other to make something happen, or, hey, fortune swung that both of you who don't know each other from a hole in the wall have to rely on each other a little bit. You have to rely on from being this way. You're both nice people. You're both not going to do nothing wrong to the other person on purpose. You're just being yourself. Yeah, John Candy washing his balls in the sink. So this is what I'm.
This is where we're at right now.
So
well, they did say hey, look, man, they did say it best. You'd never know someone until you live with them.
Yeah. You know, I find it funny. You know what's funny about this too? Like opening weekend, like little baby beat it out, which isn't shocking. I mean,
it's not shocking. It's not shocking.
Yeah,
not shocking stuff. And Disney, and also,
Chris.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, I got a question. Are you ever going to do 3 Men or no?
No.
I'm going to be honest. That's probably never going to happen.
That will come years down the road when we're on the tail end of this podcast. Like, hey, D, we ran out of movies. Guess we got to do 3 Men and a Little Baby, huh?
No, Steve Gutenberg got to show with us.
That's true.
Hey, hold on. No, wait. I got a better one for you. No, wait. I got hey, CJ, I got a good one for you. Like, we ran out of movies, so I guess we got to do 3 Men and a Baby. Here's me. Well, it's either this or Day Out.
Nigga, we never going to do that. That's never fucking happening.
That's a John Hughes movie, too.
You know what? It's sad enough that, and I'm going to be promising you this, ladies and gentlemen. This is not happening next year. We're going to eventually do Neon Genesis Evangelion. We're going to do Evangelion eventually. Here's the thing. It ain't happening next year. Fuck you. We ain't doing it next year. So we kick certain shit down the road. We just do that. If we ever get to that bottom of the barrel shit, knock on the door. Now here's the thing. We're doing Bushwhack. That ain't bottom of the barrel. That's
God knows it's trying to be bottom of the barrel, but it's not.
It's more of it's a bad movie, but you gotta because there's like 2 scenes where it's like I miss the 90s.
And D doesn't want to admit it, but he misses Daniel Stern.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I miss Daniel Stern, man. It's a shame that movie was supposed to be his lifting point of having his own comedy series, and never.
It is sad that movie was supposed to be his breakout from Home Alone.
I know, right?
Tried why do you not connect it with him being one of the wet bandits? We would have believed that shit. We would have believed that shit. Well, whatever. You know what? That's what I'm saying. Now, Bushwhack is one thing, but if we ever do anything on the level of like Baby's Day Out or 3 Men at a Band, the reason why, like, why 3 Black Geeks? Why not? Because we're black men, and no.
Okay, well then, hold on. I got a twofer for you, D. Here's a twofer for you. Here's a twofer. Blank check or Dunstan checks in.
Woo! I take Dunstan day the fucking week.
Ooh, I would do Blank Check only because that's all better material for 3 Black Geeks. That will be the fun of your show. That's what.
Come on, CJ. Like CJ. Tone Loc can freaking what's his name? Damn it, I forgot his real name, but I'm gonna go by his character. Freaking Bob Morton.
Miguel Ferrer.
Yeah, Miguel Ferrer. Thank you.
First off, I got one actor that just done. I choose Dunstan checks in. Pee Wee fucking Herman. How about that?
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
No, but it was a really bad Jason Alexander thing. I don't
like Jason Alexander, so that's probably where it offsets it.
That was all right in that movie.
What you say?
Jason Alexander was all right in that movie, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is going to be the last thing you hear for the year. I'm sure yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Other than our usual movie reviews, I mean, that's about it.
I'm saying that, but for the 3 Black Geeks podcast, this might be our last one. I might throw one in there, but if I do it, guys, be prepared. I'm picking a bad movie. Ooh, and it's got to be a bad. And if we're gonna do it, it's got to be a bad movie that we need to kill before
put it out of its misery.
Of a movie where people are pissing us off about because we get certain people that keep on bringing up the same movie. Y'all just don't fucking know it. God bless you, but y'all dumb as shit. But we need to do a movie that's bad. I gotta figure that out. But whatever. This might be our last one. If this is our last one, the next time you will hear us will be on December 30th, which will be our year show. And boy, I will our first episode of 2019, and y'all gonna love it. And that's about it. So if you hear us again, get ready for that bad movie, nigga.
Cause the hells are coming.
So if you hear us before Christmas, yeah, get ready for the bad movie. If not, hey,
in 2019,
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Actually, you'll probably hear me and D.
Yes, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, nigga.
Funny enough, you'll probably hear D and me and Prime on our Christmas More for Medicast commentaries because we're doing 2 Christmas Power Ranger specials, and D's gonna laugh his ass off at the ones we picked.
I'm ready for it. You're gonna hear not only you're gonna hear me and Eris's Rocco of November. I think will be actually that already. But not only you're gonna hear Bible Black, which should be coming out. I think if not this week, it'll probably be just coming out. Yeah. So I'm not sure when I'm going to put that out at the Bible Black podcast. But yes, Bible Black, we're doing hentai again. Ain't that right?
Damn right.
Dynamite.
Right. So I know that of course the sports show's there, and of course we're still trying to get the wrestling corner going. It's going pretty all right. I'll just put out the one for Sylvester. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. We're done.